Nice.
Shaking a lot of hands here today and talking to a lot of people. I mean, this is the organization that gave you your first shot, right? You spent 6 years as a big leaguer here. How do you describe what it's like walking back in the stadium?
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's kind of surreal. Definitely just, a little weird coming in on the other side, and great to be back at this ballpark and see a lot of great friends. Obviously, a lot of friends that are family. I spent a lot of time over there and built some great relationships, and they're still ongoing. So it's always great to see all of them, and yeah, just good vibes.
Trevor, percent recovery so far, where would you put it?
I would say, we're more than halfway, I would say. Yeah. We feel really good about the opportunity to possibly come back at the end of the year. So obviously that's a goal of mine. And we're going to be smart about it. We're not going to do anything reckless. Got to listen to my body because it was a pretty traumatic thing. So in respect to that, but we've created a lot of momentum, so I'm feeling good about it.
Good to see you back.
Thank you.
Hey, Trevor, I think in LA you talked about coming back to Colorado and closing a chapter. What do you feel like needed to be closed? What was undone or unsaid when you left?
I wouldn't say anything in particular. Just when you spend such a long time in an organization, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, and it's just good to come back for the first time. I think that's more my thought about it, is coming back for the first time and getting all the firsts out of the way. And like I said, it feels weird. It feels kind of foreign to be on this side of the dugout, but yeah, I think that's it. Just to kind of get the comeback out of the way.
Seemed like the fans gave you a nice greeting out there in left field. Was it good to see you?
Yeah, of course. Rockies have always had great fans, and they've always come to support their team, and that's a great part of this organization.
So you're taking grounders, but not throwing or swinging. Is that?
Yeah, I'm throwing.
You are throwing.
Yeah, just
light.
Yeah, light. Just kind of starting at 60 feet, and then this is kind of the start of all the baseball activities right now. So we got to be smart about the volume and the intensity as we get back into this. So I'm feeling good.
So September is like your ultimate hope, or I know a lot depends on how you feel and progress.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome to have that happen. Obviously, you can't necessarily count on it to happen, but all I know is we're doing everything we can behind the scenes. Not wasting a minute and trying to make that happen. So.
How you doing mentally, emotionally? Just battling through this year, the last few years of injuries, and just how you kind of staying right and keeping your positive mindset.
Yeah, there's been a lot of challenging times. I spoke about that kind of over the past couple of years. This one, at the beginning of the year was, definitely the toughest thing I've had to go through on the baseball field. So, it kind of broke my spirit a little bit, but I think, in that sense too, it gave me a different kind of perspective, and I had to draw on some strength that, it takes to get back from a place like that. So, mentally feeling really good. There's always silver linings and everything that happens in life. So, I try to make the best of it.
Still feel like you want to show Red Sox Nation like who you really are?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it's been, I haven't really got off on the best foot to, start these first 3 years, with injuries, and, when I have played, it hasn't, I haven't felt like myself. So, I know the type of player I am, and I'm excited to show that, and I'm still confident that I can do that. So, yeah, it's been tough, and it's been a while, but I know I can do it. So.
Even with the injuries, it seems like the team has embraced you as a leader, and that's not easy going to a new team to get that. But were there things here with your experience with the Rockies or some of the people you were with here that helped prepare you for that kind of role?
Yeah, definitely. I think just early on, as a player, you're trying to just survive. Try to survive and be healthy and play every day, and learn from guys like Chuck and Nolan and Cargo and Para and Mark Reynolds and Ian Desmond. Those guys taught me more than they'll ever know, and really just taking kind of bits of their leadership and things that they did for me, and just trying to relay that to some of our young guys. And I think it means a lot to me that they look at me that way, and I think it's kind of part of your duty as a veteran player is to grow the game and give back to the, kind of show the young guys how to do it.
Hey Trevor, can you take us back to that 2021 trade deadline, the lesson you learned from the emotions and everything that were during that time?
Yeah, just some crazy, emotions where you don't know what's going to happen. You feel like something's going to happen and then it doesn't happen. That's like what Bud always said. Be ready for anything. That was that in the essence of it. And I think even with the injuries in the last 2 years, obviously not planning on that. So you just find a way, man. You find a way to get what you can out of it, and it's about how you respond. And I think, obviously I'll be better for this, having gone through it and use it to my advantage.
How weird was that final game that you played here? I think there was a rain delay. It was still pandemic times, and you walk around the field, see everybody. And then your final interview, you're doing it on Zoom. How strange was that to be your final send-off?
Yeah, it was weird. I wish it was a little different. The rain delay kind of took the life out of the crowd a little bit, and I'm not sure if we won or lost, but I don't think it was a close game. And it was always fun playing here, and I love the fans. And, they've always treated me well. They embraced me from day one, and so it'll be cool to kind of feel that again tonight.
Is the pre-home run game maybe the pinnacle or the biggest highlight you think about in this ballpark, or something else?
In this ballpark, I would say kind of that September, I think in 18. We're battling the Dodgers for the division, and I would say that was probably, and then obviously the playoff game, that was at Wrigley, but 18 is the one that sticks out to me.
You still have a couple pallets of those bobbleheads lying around somewhere?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot at my parents' house, for sure.
So did you think you were getting traded during that deadline? At various points?
Yeah. I thought it was going to happen for sure, but baseball's a crazy game.
And then what about after the season, or before you signed the Red Sox? Did the Rockies make an attempt to re-sign you? How did those contract talks go?
It was. Obviously, I really enjoyed my time here, and there was obviously some mutual interest, but I just felt like for me it was time to start a new chapter somewhere else, and Boston is where I felt like home. So. It's been great. Just kind of crazy to come full circle now.
You got a lot of comps to Tulowitzki when you were here, and you had to kind of step into those big shoes. Have you had a chance to develop an opinion on Ezekiel Tovar and shoes he's filled coming after you?
Yeah, he's been impressive, man. McMahon's still one of my best friends, and Chuck, and I keep up on those guys, and Tovar's all over the place, man. He's an electric player. He's got speed. I feel like he's plus defender. He does a lot of things. There's not much that he can't do on the field. And from what I hear, he's a great teammate, a great guy, and he's fun to watch, man. So he's definitely doing his part, and it's cool to see him carry on that tradition a little bit.
Did you ever build a relationship at all with Todd Helton? And I'm just curious if you got to see any of his speech yesterday.
I got to see his speech. But, I met him once early on, I think maybe my first spring training. So it wasn't, didn't get to spend much time around him. I wish I could have. But, amazing, just the best Rocky of all time, So pumped to see him get in, and it was a pretty cool speech.
So Trevor, compare for us the difference between playing at Coors Field and Fenway? What's that like for you?
Yeah, it's, to me, I think two hitter-friendly parks, especially for right-handers. They both have their strengths. I think, any righty that pulls the ball in the air in Fenway is going to do really well, and that fits my game pretty well. So I enjoy that. And, playing here at Coors, you get a little extra length on the fly balls, and you might sneak one or two out that shouldn't have gone, but. That's the beauty of it, I'm not complaining about that.
It was not lost on Alex that you guys are 0-3 since you got back into the dugout. Are you getting a little bit antsy here? You see that, as you said you have been watching kind of as a fan.
Yeah.
You're like, come on, man.
I know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I need to go back to being a fan. Whatever it takes for the wins, yeah, I'll as I'm watching at home, I'm acting like a fan with all the emotions, so I'll fit right in.
Was 2018, do you think, the best team that you played with? I mean, ran up to the end of the NL West, nearly took out the Dodgers, and then 4 cities in 3 days at the end of the season. That was wild.
Yeah, that was a really good team. I felt like we had so much talent. We had a great camaraderie. Just guys were showing up early. We wanted to be around each other. It was fun, and I would say that was our best team. Being in Colorado, and I have a lot of teammates from there that are friends for life. So.
I know you're focused on AL East and the divisional battle you guys got going on. It's been a struggle here in Lodo the last couple of years. What are your thoughts on how the Rockies can turn this thing around?
Yeah, I don't know that I have many thoughts on that. Like I said, I watch the games for McMahon and Chuck and some of my friends over there, and root on for them. But we're competitors, man. This is when it starts tonight, it's all Sox, and anytime we're playing anybody, it's the Sox. So, yeah, I don't have many opinions for you there.
Do you got any thoughts on Jared Duran rocking your black sleeveless 27 Rockies jersey?
Yeah, that's my guy, man. He's just an incredible talent, incredible young man, and I think he's coming into his own. I think as a person, as a player, just fun to watch him, man. He deserves everything he's getting right now. I think that's been the main thing that I'm telling you. He's worked his ass off for this, and I think he's All-Star Game MVP, just lighting up any field that he touches. So he sets the tone for us, and yeah, he's my favorite player right now.
You mentioned your friendship with Rymack. What did you think about him getting to the Midsummer Classic?
Yeah, I was so pumped for him, man. He's, I feel like he's been right on the cusp. The last few years, I feel like he's had like 10 second place finishes in the Gold Glove, and just same for him. He's earned everything he's got. He's worked so hard to be where he's at, and seems like the leader of that team, and a good friend of mine. So always happy to see him do well.
Thanks a lot, Trevor.
Nice to see you.